Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Chronic Spartan Retro Gaming Collection. Today we'll be looking at a Nintendo GameCube and some Nintendo GameCube games that came with it, and also I finally got my hands on a Gameboy Micro. Hey everyone, welcome back for another pickups video. Today we're focusing on Nintendo. So one of the consoles I didn't have when I was younger was the Nintendo GameCube. And I remember at the time when it came out I was purely into PS2 at the time, a complete Sony fanboy. And I think I thought that the GameCube was a bit childish. I remember my cousin had one. And I remember him bringing it on holiday one time, and he had the little portable screen that goes with it, and I must admit it was pretty cool, and he used to rave about it all the time. He absolutely loved the thing. But as time's gone on, I've realised what a great library it's got. I've picked up a couple of games in the past and played them on the Wii, and I thought it'd be a great console to have in the collection. So with that being said, having another little look on eBay. Now my plan is to try and avoid buying things on eBay because it can be overpriced, but I do have the one rule where I definitely don't spend more than the item would have cost originally, especially hopefully if it's in the box. Aim to spend less than half, especially if it's not in the box, and for most things I'm really looking to spend less than a quarter the price, if not cheaper. With that being said, I found a fantastic inbox Nintendo GameCube at less than a quarter of the price, and it is really good pickup, to be honest. So it comes with the original paperwork, has all the cables as well, but I won't bore you with those. A really nice condition box actually. The seller actually flat packed it for me, made sure that it was avoided any damage, and he's done a really good job of that. Really good condition, a little bit of usage wear on it, which you'd expect, but really nice condition, the type of condition I'd expect to keep my own boxes in, so that's really cool. And then we have the actual GameCube itself. It's the black version, which I think I like better than the purple version, but really good condition, didn't need much cleaning at all, just a little bit of dusting, nice and smooth. Really nice. I'd forgotten how small they actually are, so when I got it, it was really cool to see. Nice little handle, really good form factor, to be honest, and great to add into the collection there. And along with that, I don't normally show the controllers that come with my systems, but this one was in really good condition. Again, need very little cleaning, mostly just a little bit of dusting. Almost as good as new, to be honest. Hardly any wear on the thumbsticks, hardly any dirt in the grooves. Really good condition. Great seller, and a fantastic price, to be honest. I was really lucky to get that. So with that, I decided to pick up a few cheap games for it as well, actually. So the first one I want to show you is Nightfire. Now, I've got this on the PS2, but I am a 007 fanboy, and not a lot of people might rave about this game, but Nightfire and Agent Under Fire, two games that are close to my heart. I remember playing them, getting them consecutive Christmases and playing them with my sister and brother-in-law, and we had just so much fun playing them. My sister isn't really a gamer, to be honest, and she was just hooked. Playing the multiplayer deathmatch, we're hiding in the corners using the grappling hook, sniping each other out. Really great fun. So it brings back fond memories, this, and it'd be a great one to play with my son on the GameCube. Next one is NBA Street Volume 2. Now the NBA Street series, absolutely classic games. Absolutely hammered this one with my mates. We really enjoyed this. Great game, slam dunking. It was like NBA Jam for its generation. Great music. I used to have this on the PS2, but I traded it in when I upgraded to PS3. Always regret doing so. So nice to have a copy back, even though it's on the GameCube. Again, one I think my son will really enjoy playing with me when we get older. Well, yeah, when we both get older, actually. And so, really nice to have in the collection. And Lord of the Rings. Now, I actually picked this one up around Christmas. I always get a bit of a Lord of the Rings urge around Christmas. I think it's when the films came out. So it always reminds me when we used to go to the cinema, me and my mates, we watch the movies. So every year I always get that kind of urge to play or watch something Lord of the Ringsy. So nice to have this in the collection. One of the better games as well, nice condition. That'll be fun to play as well. And one of the more collectible games, one that received great reviews, great game, Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2. Now, I didn't actually play this originally, I'd only heard about it, and I've only just played it recently. Actually, last week I was playing it with my son. He's a massive Star Wars fan. He's only 3, but he knows his stuff. So we were playing through this, had a lot of fun, really good fun. He's not actually playing it yet, I'm playing, he's holding the other controller, but he thinks he's playing it, so he's still enjoying it. And I must admit, I got a little bit stuck on the first level, embarrassing to say, but the bit where you fly down the Death Star and it's the whole stay on target moment. When Darth Vader pops up a few times, I didn't realise I had to back off and let him go ahead of me. When I finally figured that out, I ended up wasting all my missiles and I had none left to actually take out the Death Star, so it took me about a good 4 or 5 attempts just to get through the first level. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, maybe I'm losing my, my skill for gaming, but great fun, really enjoy playing this, and we'll be playing it again shortly. And one final addition, just looking around on eBay, came across this little baby. Now, Gameboy Micro, Gameboy Advance Micro. I remember when it came out. Didn't really think much of it at the time. It's a console that harkens back to, I guess, the days of a decade or so ago when it was the race to get smaller. Phones were getting smaller, iPods were getting smaller, and I guess Game Boys were getting smaller as well. Didn't really sell well at all. I think it came out at a bad time, just as the DS came out as well. And because of that, it's become quite collectible now. Now this copy, this little console came, and the seller unfortunately didn't tell me that the clips had broken on the fascia at the side, and they thought they'd do the smart trick of trying to super glue it back together. So when it came, it had all that horrible white marking that super glue can leave on things. So it took a bit of cleaning. The original fascia, I've still got it, it's a little bit scruffy and it's broken anyway on the side. So I got a new one, and I actually really like the way this looks now with the two-tone blue and silver. It's cleaned up really nicely, it's in really good condition now. Still a little bit of work to do on the sides because it doesn't fully clip in there. It sits nicely, but I don't know if I should leave it like that or try and do a little bit of a workaround to let it clip in, or maybe fix it permanently. I'm not sure, but other than that, works really nicely, turns on well, powers up really well. Screen on it's really good, and just really nice to have this in the collection as well. So that rounds up the Nintendo pickups. Now I'd like to say that in future videos I'll be doing some more pickup collections that I've got, but I'll also like to do a little bit of a, I won't call it a game room tour, because it's not solely a game room. It's a bit of a geek room, I guess, for me, my wife and my son. So I'm a big comic book collector as well, so we've got some comic books and toys and a few other knickknacks, so probably better to call it a geek room tour. And don't expect too much, it's only a little room. It's small, but we love it. Nothing compared to some of the bigger rooms you see on YouTube, but it's our little place. We love it, so I like to share it with everyone. And hopefully in the future, if I keep on doing this, we'll see how it grows. Maybe we'll have a nice record of that. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.